Barrage timeline 1775 to 1783 US Revolutionary War, 1812 to 1850 War of 1812, 1861 to 1865 US Civil War, 1940 to 1918 World War on Britain and the US are novelized in this timeline, 1939 to 1945 World War II Britain and the US remain in aligned, with Britain focusing on Europe and the US on the Pacific. Nuclear escalation era, 1961 Cold War tensions escalate, following internal political upheaval and an economic crisis. Britain withdraws from NATO and distances itself from the US. The UK's government, under immense pressure to restore British influence, begins arming aggressively. 1962 the Cuban Missile Crisis worsened the rift between the Western powers. Britain forms an alliance with other former colonies, and tensions with the US rise sharply. The Soviet Union capitalizes on this division, further destabilizing global alliances. 1965 to 1984 a deep arms race between the US and Britain begins. British spies infiltrate the US, attempting to sow discord in American society, causing civil unrest and increasing paranoia about foreign influence. 1985 a series of covert operations and espionage activities by British and US intelligence agencies sparked a direct military conflict between the two nations. Britain's initial goal is to regain control of the US, claiming it as an imperial project to restore the former glory of the British Empire. 1990 the conflict escalates as nuclear threats are made. Other global powers like the USSR and China begin to position themselves for war. Both the US and Britain, with vast nuclear arsenals, enter a standoff. 1997 limits the nuclear exchange occurs between the US, Britain, and allied nations, with targeted strikes on military installations. This quickly spiraled out of control, leading to a global nuclear war. The Soviets, seeing the opportunity, launched their own strikes, leading to worldwide catastrophe. 1998 to 2001 the aftermath of a nuclear exchange devastates much of the planet. Nuclear winter sets in, and environmental collapse leads to mass starvation, radiation sickness, and societal breakdown. Firestorms and floods ravage the remaining habitable areas. 2003 to 2005 famine and disease led to the collapse of any remaining fallout shelters and government bunkers. Post-extinction era, 2300 asterisk New Genesis, a secret project created by NATO in case of human extinction, activates. Millions of artificially birthed humans are spread around the planet from hidden underground facilities to repopulate Earth. 2350 the Proto-Arkan dialect is developed by early Arkan settlers, one of the first groups to organize a structured society. 2418 the nations of Godin and Costus are formed by growing human populations as they rebuild. 2480 Arkan, Conan, Sierra, and Code emerge as independent nations, each with unique cultures and government structures. 2482 Ark adopts Arkan as its official language, strengthening its cultural identity. 2489 Costus and hunters discover and begin gathering explosive residue found in the soil near the Godian border, using it mostly to quickly start fires for warmth during the harsh winters. 2490 hunters in southeast Godin and northwest Costus use the explosive residue to create the first firearms, hoping to make hunting more efficient. This technology would be spread across the continent by traders and merchants, eventually finding its way into the arsenals of the major nations, and eventually the lesser nations as well. 2492 Sierra wages war on Cote d'Ivoire territory, sparking a series of conflicts over land and resources in the post-apocalyptic world. 2500 long civil war in Costus causes it to split into two nations, Hallam and Callan. At the same time, the new nations of Asia, Persia, and Rivania form. 2501 Sierra successfully invades and occupies Cote, splitting it into northern and southern Cotes to prevent further conflict. 2512 the civil war erupts in Arkan, leading to the fragmentation of the nation into eastern, western, and southern Arkan states. 2589 the Arkan states reunify, forming United Arka asterisk Arka Yucatan asterisk. Industrial Revolution, 2590 Versan and Rebanian miners accidentally unearthed a network of old bunkers and power plants during a demolition operation. 2591 a team of Arkan researchers successfully reverse engineer some of the generators and lights found in the bunkers and managed to build robot functional reconstructions of them. 2593 United Arka shares these findings with the rest of the continent. 2600 advances in rifle technology led to the widespread integration of both action rifles and the development experimental automatic weapons. Viation expansion, 2792 Viation Tincture KVRADONII announces his ambition to expand across the Americas as a single unified empire. 2793 King KVRADON opens Viation's borders to people from all nations, using this as a strategy to bolster his empire's population and military power. 2804 the Kono Viation War begins on August 12th. 2804, as 40,000 Viation troops are sent into the Konashan prairies to begin Viation's conquest of Conan and the Americas, furthering King KVRADON's vision of a global empire.